go. Oh yeah. Whew. Howdy, I'm Jimmy. Thanks for joining me for this talk. Probably going to be the most offensive talk I've had yet, but that's the way she goes, you know? I was thinking about video I made about the meaning of life and how you kind of got to create your own purpose here, your own meaning, you know, unless you just want to be a slave to somebody else's ideology, or, you know, or be a materialist, right, and just go be a big fat pig and live in the goy slop like a lot of people do. So this talk I'm calling Jesus Christ, the King of Cowards. If you've studied religions, you could kind of see where I'm going with this. But to give you a little background, because I'm not just some atheist, you know, I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in UFOs and aliens. I'm not a believer of anything. But I grew up in Missouri, in the Bible Belt. I went to Christian schools from 7th grade, my whole high school from 7th grade to graduation. Had to go to chapel, had to go to church. So I grew up steeped in the Christian ways of life. I think I understand it better than anybody really could, because by the end of my walk with Christ, I was trying to be like Jesus. I was trying to free the slaves. I was trying to do miracles. I even had the 1599 Geneva Bible, and I was going through the old Bibles. I mean, I was one of the most hardcore Christians around. I wasn't one of these wavering, lukewarm Christians that just go every week and recharge their battery and believe. I lived it. And that's why I'm bringing you these thoughts in this video. I think it's more about bravery. It's a really brave thing to speak your mind when you're surrounded by such deception and retardation in this realm. That's all I can think of. As time has gone on, I feel like I've gotten brighter. I've seen more, and I've seen a lot of people retard and go darker and confuse themselves and, you know, cut their mind off from experiencing things. So it's a little background. Like, I was a Christian, I got baptized, I went to Christian school. I basically stopped believing 4 or 5 years ago. And Mark Passio, he had a big part to play in that. I'll link a video below, what really convinced me. But yeah, it's springtime here in New Hampshire. And right as spring came, it snowed for 2 days. But today the sun is out. It's going to be in the 40s. It's melting. I'm already like sweating. It is so beautiful outside. So figure I'll start this year making this video outside on why Jesus Christ is the King of Cowards. A lot of it just goes back to when I lived as a Christian, and I would try to say, hey, we need to end the government, guys. The government is the major problem here. If you're a Christian, didn't the government kill your Christ? Like, wasn't the Roman government the ones that killed Jesus for speaking his mind? So that was at the end of my Christian walk. I was trying to tell people, like, we got to end government. Jesus was, you know, killed by it. What are you guys doing? Your Savior was murdered by these groups of people that tax others and take control and send them off to war and enslave. And so many Christians I would bring this up to, and they would quote, I'm sure you know where this is going, Romans 13, right? They would find their little excuse in the book. And I'll put the verse on the screen for you. I mean, I just kind of remember practically what it said. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, right? So that's what Christians would tell me when I tell them we needed to end government is, oh no, here's this one excuse in the Bible to why I need to keep being a coward and stand down and do nothing about all the problems in the world. Romans 13, right? But I figured, this year, as I get rid of some of my older habits, I knew I was going to get all fired up and really speak my mind. So I'll admit I've been a coward in not truly saying all the things I need to say, all the things that I should say to express myself. So a lot of it'll be here. Think about this idea of letting something into your heart and having it guide you. Let Jesus take the reins, right? Let somebody else drive. It just causes you to back down, back away, turn the other blind eye, and let evil surround you. It doesn't stop it. Christianity is only another excuse for evil, because the Christians think that one day the Savior's going to come and stop all the evil, right? That they are causing and they are funding every day and turning a damn blind eye to. I mean, it should be so obvious at this point how the government and Trump and the Charlie Kirk psyop and all that crap was all used to get Christians to be more bloodthirsty so they could get this war going in Iran and have people support another endless war. It's just so pathetic to say that you believe in a higher power, in a creator, and yet you're going to serve all the satanic systems of this realm and sit back and do nothing. But it's not even doing nothing. The Christians fund all of this hell that goes on here. And they think, and I mean, just taking a step back, you think somebody's going to save your eternal self, your eternal essence? It just opens the door for some man to say he's going to save your physical flesh, right? So you could just be a coward all your life and sit back and let us go to war for you, right? You don't have to be brave. You just got to keep believing, sticking your head in the sand or sticking your head in the snow. And it's always interesting, that analogy of sticking your head in the sand and then your ass is up in the air. Just how the body works. It's like, yeah, that's kind of how I view most Christians. They got their head in the sand and their ass in the air, and the devil's fucking the hell out of them. It's just, it's a strange thing. It's a real strange thing to see people you would think they're trying to do good, they're trying to stop evil, but they are the backbone of the empire. They're the backbone of all the evil and the chaos that goes on in this realm. And I've decided long ago, I'm not here to play patty cake with the devil. I'm not here to say, oh, devil, you can trick me. Oh, boy, let's have fun here, devil. Let me give you all my energy, and then you can take care of things here for me, right? That's really what Christianity is. It's this idea that you can just sit back and fund evil, and then somehow things are going to get better. It's real bad. I mean, real bad. I look at Christianity as like the worst religion, to be honest, because it stops good people from doing good. You know, it's just a very weird psyop group think that we're all going to go to heaven one day because you lived as some sacrifice here. You sacrificed yourself to save others, right? It's all nonsense. I knew this talk would get me fired up, but I still need to get deeper into it. You just really have to think about the cowardice of 2,000 years ago, they killed this guy, and so now I could just sit back and do nothing. Like, what? It makes no sense. It's such a cowardly way to live your life. And I'm not making this video to make friends. I'm not making this video to be popular. I figure maybe there's one person out there that needs to hear this. Might get the, might wash away some of the Christ oil that's clogging up your brain, that's clogging up your soul, right? Like when you study what Christ even means, the anointed one, the oil, it's like, oh, duh. We're beans of water. So you just jam pack them full of oil and they clam up and they just are frozen in time. That's what I see with most Christians. They're stuck in the muck and the mire of the deception and the lie. And all they can do is go to the end and keep believing it's going to get better when it only gets worse. I asked this Christian the other day, what do you think about the war in Iran? He said he loves it. Like literally, it's the guy's a Jehovah's Witness, which I don't know, all these different stupid sects of Christianity, they got their own flavor of retardism. But like, to love innocent people being bombed and murdered because of your stupid, cowardly beliefs, and how, and it's like, does anybody remember 9/11? And then the Gulf Wars before that, and then 9/11 happens, and then they go to war in Iraq again, and the oil prices go up. This is just a way they control people. They've got the society stuck using oil and gas because they kill anybody who tries to create free energy devices. So you're all stuck having to import oil from the Middle East, and then they can just bomb the hell out of the place and rise the prices and make you poor. Like it has, like these wars that go on have nothing to do with freedom, goodness. It's all about the slave situation that we live in and making it harder for the slaves to ever break out. And I mean, on that note, I think the 2020 COVID nonsense and all the injections, it's going to be hard to pull that off again. And, lock down people, right? So what do? You take away their energy. You shut down their ability to get power, their ability to travel. Why do you think the lines at the airport are so crazy right now? They're shutting down society. They're locking you down a different way now. It's unbelievably stupid to be witnessing all this and to see hordes and hordes of people going along with it and supporting it. And some even love it, right? They love that you can go to some other sovereign country, steal what they have, and then make your people more powerful and make them have better lives. Let me tell you, I have nothing to do with that crap. It's why I don't want to have a lot of money. I just want to be out in the woods and farm, live my dream peacefully, bring sovereignty to this place. that I don't see in many people. The idea that you're the king of your own castle, you're the queen of your own castle. You can do it alone, you can do it with a group, but you decide. You're not forced into anything. Just feel like that's my purpose, is to kind of bring the light, bring the fire back to this dead realm. You see all the undead zombies walking around all day, waiting in line for their coffee, right? Have no energy of their own. But when you believe in a Savior, when you think somebody else is going to come and fix everything, and then you support war, you support somebody killing somebody else because of all these false freaking sides that have been made here, you're the ultimate coward. Just the ultimate coward. And America is just chock full of cowards. I just think of the Star-Spangled Banner, or whatever the stupid song is, the land of the free, the home of the brave. It's the home of the slave here. It's the most mentally enslaved people you could ever imagine. I'm sure it's similar to what goes on in North Korea, with people and their beliefs in North Korea of praising, their emperor, just like people praise their president here. It's just in America you have these two sides that are always at odds with each other, and it allows for all the satanic systems to get all their agendas done, because you push it this way, you push it that way, you keep tricking them back and forth, back and forth. It's just so obvious. All of this, the only way this could exist is because there are so many cowards that can't even talk like I'm talking right now. Can't even listen to another point of view about how their belief is why this place sucks, and it's why people suffer around the world, right? But as long as they get to live in their little house, close all the windows, shut it down, have their little family, have their little group and community, and keep lying to each other about how they're the good guys, that's just the sickest stuff to me that I've witnessed in Christian communities, is how they forsake people that don't believe. They think they're higher. They think they're better, right? They could give a rip about somebody who's an anarchist, or somebody who just doesn't really believe in God, who doesn't see it the same way they do, right? It's just, why do you think Christianity has been the tool of conquest for ages? Ages upon ages. Trying to force people to believe what they believe. And then it all kind of snowballs into the creation of Israel, and a never-ending war there, and a big script that's playing itself out right now. And how all the cowards can just sit back and watch their television screens, right? And just take no action to fix this world at all. So I could ramble on about this one. It's something I really think about, and I don't want to be a coward. I want to at least say what I can say, try and change the situation here. So, hey, I don't have all the answers. All I know is faith, believing. It ain't gonna get you nowhere but in a worse situation here. You gotta stand up and do something about all this stuff going on. And I'm doing my best. And I'm just trying to encourage you to be sovereign, not to look outside of yourself for answers. Don't look to me for the dang answers, and I'm not your savior, okay? If I've learned anything about this realm, all the people saying they're going to save you are damning you. They're cursing you. They're using you and your energy. They're sucking you dry. And it's an interesting word, the creator. Create has ate, like something's eating you. Creator, eat. You know, it's like something's eating your damn energy when you believe in these creators. You don't just create yourself. But yeah, just feel like it had to be said. Had to come outside and say this. I'll be the dark voice that has to say it, right? I just don't care what people think. It is what it is. So I love you.